being held under the theme Cooperation in a Fragmented World.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're now delighted to be joined over the telephone by Dr. Yumna Al-Hamay, Professor of Economics from Ain Shams University. Dr. Yum, good afternoon to you.
Yes, good afternoon.
Thank you so much for joining us, Doctor. Let's first start by talking a bit about the term or the concept economic inclusion. Egypt is seeking to accelerate cooperation between the government and the private sector through this state ownership document. Tell me the importance of this step, Doctor.
Actually, economic inclusion means allowing opportunities for every citizen, taking into consideration gender perspective, which is men and women. That can have opportunity to gain their lives, to live a decent life, and from here it comes that this. Meaning we need to address inequality of income distribution, we need to address poverty, we need that the economy opening opportunities for investment for the majority of population and enabling them to catch such opportunities for a better life.
Mm-hmm. Now, Doctor, this is very important because the Minister of International Cooperation stated at the Davos Summit that cooperation is important to meet, the global challenges. What kind of cooperation do you see needed, especially now, in light of the challenges that are being witnessed not just in Egypt, but the whole world?
Actually, in Davos, several topics have been addressed regarding inequality of income distribution on the, world level, concentration of wealth, increasing the number of poor people in the continent, a number of people, feasible number of people in the earth are dying from hunger. Which is a shame, actually. And unemployment rate is quite high in some areas of the planet. And from here it comes that we need cooperation. We need to harmonize our efforts on the world level in order to address such challenges.
Yes.
And I believe that cooperation only can do that. When we mention globalization nowadays after COVID-19 and the trade war between United States and China and the conflict, political conflict that you can see, the danger of using nuclear power and so on. All these challenges are nowadays putting a new equation into the table regarding the distribution of wealth internationally.
Yes.
And I believe that developing countries are going to suffer a lot, like what we mentioned, what we can analyze to how extent developing countries have been affected by COVID-19 as well as the Russian-Ukrainian war. We can see that poor people and developing countries are affected more seriously compared to developed countries. And after that, we are talking about the phenomena of globalization. We are moving towards de-globalization, regionalization, and from here it comes that we can witness that the size of trade is decreasing, and trade can represent a very good opportunity for developing countries to enhance quality of life for the people, like the experiences of successful experiences of China and South Korea and all these countries. They managed to improve the quality of life of their people by referring to trade and upgrading, the competitiveness of their product. So the question mark, to how extent other developing countries nowadays can have the same opportunity in order to enhance the quality of life for their people. And here it comes what is going to be the world economy for the coming period. These are question marks that have been addressed in Davos.
Yes, indeed. Now, Doctor, The minister also elaborated that 1.35 billion US dollars from these funds are going towards the water sector projects and 3.35 billion for projects related to food security, of course, to stimulate adaptation efforts as well as mitigate the consequences of climate change. Food security has really become a major priority now in light of the global chain supply disruptions as a result of the Russian-Ukrainian war.
Yes, indeed. And actually, all these topics have been discussed in COP27. And we raise to a large extent what are the projects that Egypt can integrate with the world economy, with investors from all parts of the world regarding, mitigation and adaptation. And we have the project NOAFI, which is coming actually from the governorates of Egypt, coming from the needs of the people there regarding adaptation and mitigation. And this can be regarded as a very good opportunity for recycling, for green economy, and at the same time to open opportunities of job for the people living there. And we can notice that poverty is concentrated in Egypt, in Upper Egypt, according to our statistics. So when we have such project in Upper Egypt, I believe this can be the only opportunity in order to empower poor people and to help them getting out of poverty. And this is the importance actually of economic empowerment of poor and at the same time addressing climate change.
Absolutely. I'd like to thank you very, very much, Dr. Yumna Al-Hamairi, Professor of Economics. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your time and your insight. Another short break and we'll be right back for more. Do stay tuned.